Welcome to the social science class, children, and today we are going to continue with the same lesson of fundamental rights and duties. In my previous session, I have discussed about what is constitution, what are fundamental rights, why the constitution came into force. So all in detail. So in this session, I will once again recap what is constitution. Constitution is nothing but it is the law which is framed by any country. Yes, it is a book of law, or we can say a document which contains rules and regulations which every member of the country has to follow, or we can say every citizen should follow the constitution of their country. So, when we talk about the Constitution of India, we all know that a Constituent Assembly with Dr. Rajendra Prasad as its chairman was formed to draft the Constitution. In this Constitution, it is clearly said that it is a set of laws according to which the government is or a country is governed. All rules and regulations are written in it. The drafting committee wrote the constitution with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as its chairman. And it took almost 3 years to complete this constitution. So, the constitution was adopted on 26 January 1950, children. Children, you all know that a country is a democratic country, or we can say a country is a democratic republic. It means that every person or every government which is there is elected by the people of the country. The Supreme Court protects a constitution, and that is why a constitution gives us fundamental rights. So we have 6 fundamental rights which the citizens can avail or enjoy these fundamental rights. Number 1, right to equality. Number 2, right to freedom. Number 3, right to freedom of religion. Number 4, cultural and educational rights. Number 5, right against exploitation. Number 6, the right to constitutional remedies. So these were the fundamental rights which are given by the constitution to the people of a country. So apart from these rights, we have certain fundamental duties also. And why these duties are there, children? As in my previous session I told you clearly that rights and duties are the two sides of the coin. Why they are two sides of the coin? Because if we are availing only the rights but we are not doing our duties, there is no use of our rights. But by availing the rights as well as we do our duties, because it becomes a very fundamental duty of each and every citizen. So, now first of all, let us talk about our first duty. Number 1, we must respect our constitution. Yes, students, we all should respect our constitution because our constitution is our identity, because all the rights are mentioned there in the constitution, and we should give right to others also as well as to ourselves also to protect our rights. So that is why where it is mentioned, it is mentioned only in the constitution. Okay. Now, number 2, constitution. We must respect a national flag and national anthem. Yes, a national flag and a national anthem, both are important to us, because if we do not respect a national flag, definitely we are not respecting a country and even to yourself. During the Republic Day or the Independence Day, children buy the flag with great enthusiasm. But on the other hand, the very next day, children, we find the flags are there on the roadside. So please, aware the people that we should respect the national flag. And we should stand during a national anthem to respect the country. Number third, we must protect our country in case of some external danger. Yes, we must protect a country. If anything is happening to a country, we must protect a country whenever a country requires ourselves in one of the other way. Number 4, we must practice non-violence. Yes, India is a country which believe in non-violence, love and peace. So we should practice non-violence. We should not believe in the violent actions. So our next number 5 fundamental duty is we must protect our. So children, our next point is we must protect our environment. Yes, environment is essential, that we must take care of our environment, our surrounding. We should find that it should be neat and clean, because number of diseases can exist due to this unawareness of the cleanliness of our environment. Number 6, we must take care of public property. Yes, whatever the public property, whichever the public property is there, like your heritage are there, we should take care. Public parks are there where people can go and get the fresh air. We should take care of all these things, children. Okay, so we'll talk now about the directive principles. The question arises, what are directive principles? Directive principles are the guidelines for the government. Yes, that the government, whichever government is ruling in any country, in any part of India or any state or any union territory, that government has to follow these guidelines to take care of the people of that particular state or union territory or the city. So, the first guideline that is by the for the government as per the directive principles of state policy is number 1, the government should ban smoking and drinking. Yes, children, it is necessary that the whichever government is there as a ruling party there should ban the smoking and drinking, because it is spoiling the young generation. They are involved, they are indulged in all this, and they forget about their future. They don't concentrate, they focus on their future. And on the other hand, some adults have the habit of drinking and smoking, and in that case, whatever they earn, they spend on these bad habits, that is smoking and drinking, which results as their children are deprived of many things, like they are not going to the good schools, not getting the better food also, because their parent is, their father, whosoever is having the habit of smoking and drinking, they spend their money for such things. Number 2, the government should give work to all. There should be no discrimination between a man and a woman, and the government should provide the work to all the people of the country, considering, or should not be, there should be no discrimination for the caste in the caste and creed. Okay, number 3, education should be made compulsory and free up to the age of 14 years. Yes, children, education is the key for any person to raise in their life. Education is only the instrument by which person can think well, grow well, and develop the good habits and the behavior. So, basic education is compulsory for every child up to the age of 14 years. This is the guideline which is given by the as per the directive principles to the government whosoever is there. Now, next, number 4, the government should protect the rights of the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and the backward classes. Yes, the government should protect all the rights not only of the general people, but they should also take care of the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and the other backward classes which are there in a country. Number 5, proper living conditions should be provided to the people of the country. Yes, children, the proper living conditions should be provided to the every people, every person of the country. Proper living conditions means the basic necessities should be provided to the people. What are the basic necessities? That is your food, cloth, house. These are the basic necessities, facilities of drinking water, means of transportations, means of communications. Everything should be there so that because everyone can avail all this properly. So children, in this chapter of fundamental rights and duties, we have learned what is mentioned in the constitution, and every person should respect the constitution, should avail the fundamental rights. But on the other hand, as I said, rights and duties are the two sides of the coin. So everyone should do their duties also. Thank you, children.